We're in this area, sort of in the central part of Utah, and the reason we're here is there's a very thin, narrow strip of rocks that are about 98 million years old, and it's a time period we don't know anything about the dinosaurs that were living here, so we came out here specifically just to excavate and prospect that little thin area of rock.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite places to come. Utah is an absolutely beautiful state. And all throughout there are sites that you can go and dig for dinosaurs, dig for other fossils. It's one of the best places in the world to come for fossils.
So day one, we haul a lot of gear out to the site. We haul picks and shovels, and it's amazing. In paleontology, we use a range from a dental pick all the way up to a 60-pound jackhammer, and sometimes we flip between those pretty rapidly. So we'll be jackhammering for a day, we'll take off all the overburden, we'll be crack hammering with giant chisels, we'll find a bone, everybody slows down.
We use smaller hammers, we use finer chisels to remove rock that's close to the bone so that we can see what's actually in the quarry itself. And we don't want to use a big pickaxe, right next to the actual fossil because you don't want to damage anything.
So we think of fossils as data, right? They're not just pretty things to look at. Where they came out of the ground is very important because it can tell you a lot about the animal, how it died, what kind of environment it was in.
You're looking for the story behind the bones, and a large part of that story comes from the geology. So we go to a site, we find the bones, we see what kind of sediment it's in. Is it a lake? Is it an ocean? Was it deposited in a river, very far away from a river?
What part of the skeleton it's from, whether it's a vertebra, whether it's a limb bone, whether it's a claw or a toe bone. When we're getting a specimen ready for transport, we can't just take it out of the ground and put it in a truck and bring it back because it's too fragile. We uncover the surface of the bone and leave it in the ground. We don't take it out of the ground right away.
And then we'll mix up some plaster in water and cut burlap strips. We'll dunk those in and cover that whole specimen encased in rock and plaster. We'll undercut it and flip it over and jack it the other side, and it's all ready to go back to the museum. Once we excavate things and we wrap them in plaster and burlap jackets, we then have to haul them all the way back to the vehicles.
We will strap it down with ratchet straps down to a backboard or a sled and get a bunch of people around it and carry it together in unison back to camp.
If we have a really heavy jacket and we can't drive up to the location, there's only one way to get it out of there, and that's using a helicopter lift, and that can get pretty expensive too.